Imagine opening your mailbox in 2026 and seeing a health insurance bill that's double what you expected. Not because you changed your plan. Not because you went to the but because of something buried deep inside your policy, something you didn't even know existed, a hidden cost, an adjustment, a loophole. And suddenly, you're paying for care you never received, fees you never agreed to, and penalties you never saw coming. Now imagine this, at the end of the year, you realize you spent thousands more than you had to. Simply because no one warned you. Hidden health insurance costs are becoming the silent drain on American households. And the most dangerous part? Most people don't discover them until it's too late. But today, you're about to become one of the few who do. Here's the truth. The U.S. healthcare system isn't designed to be simple. It's designed to be navigated. And in 2026, with updated policy changes, inflation in medical services, rising prescription costs, and shifting insurer rules, the average American is facing a landscape full of financial traps. The good news? Every trap has a pattern. Every loophole has a warning sign. Every surprise bill has a cause. If you know where to look, you can spot these hidden costs before they hit your wallet. And that's exactly what this video will do for you. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the real reasons people overpay, the hidden fees buried in policies, and the strategies smart Americans will use to save money in 2026. By the end, you'll have the kind of clarity most people never get and a roadmap that protects your future health and your financial stability. Let's begin with the first layer, the hidden costs that look harmless but quietly drain your bank account month after month. Most Americans think the premium is a simple number. This is what I pay every month. But in 2026, premiums hide more than ever before. Insurers bake in administrative fees, risk adjustments, and coverage expansions that may not even benefit you. Many plans have increased premiums not because care got better, but because inflation and contract negotiations pushed costs upward. But here is the real kicker. Many people are paying for coverage they don't need. If your plan includes out-of-network emergency coverage, high-cost brand drugs you never use, or specialty services you'll never access, you're paying extra every single month. Another hidden trap? Age brackets. As you move into a new age band, your premium automatically increases even if your health stays the same. And most people don't catch it until the bill spikes. The key to avoiding these traps is annual recalibration. Every year, most Americans simply renew their plan without reviewing changes. But insurers often modify networks, coverage tiers, and benefit structures without announcing it clearly. If you compare your premium to what you actually use, visits, prescriptions, tests, you might realize you're overpaying by hundreds or thousands per year. Awareness is the first step. Let's go deeper. Here's where insurers make their quiet money. Deductibles and coinsurance are the financial levers that determine how much you actually pay when accessing care. In 2026, deductibles are higher than ever, and many people don't notice until they reach standing at a clinic front desk, being asked to pay $700 for a simple visit. But why does this happen? Because hidden inside many plans is something called tiered deductibles. That means your plan doesn't have one deductible, it has several. One for prescription drugs, one for hospital care, one for out-of-network services, and sometimes even a separate one for brand-name medications. And unless you know which deductible applies, you're caught off guard. Coinsurance is just as tricky. A plan may advertise 20% coinsurance, but that 20% only applies after your deductible is met. Before that, you pay full price. Some services don't count toward your deductible at all. And then there are facility fees charges added just because you received care in a hospital-owned building instead of a private clinic. These fees can add hundreds of dollars to simple appointments. Once you understand these traps, you start seeing the system differently, and you begin to take control. Now let's talk networks. Your plan as network determines who you can see and how much you pay if you step outside it. But in 2026, networks have quietly shrunk. Hospitals leave networks mid-year. Doctor groups renegotiate contracts. Medications move to higher tiers without warning. And one out-of-network visit can cost more than 3 months of premiums. The hidden network trap lies in the term in-network provider. Many people assume that if the doctor is in-network, the entire visit is covered. Not true. The facility could be out-of-network. The lab processing your tests could be out-of-network. The anesthesiologist could be out-of-network even during a procedure you scheduled at an in-network hospital. This creates surprise billing without technically being surprise billing. Another trap is limited drug formularies. A medication you've used for years may suddenly move to a non-preferred tier, doubling or tripling your cost at the pharmacy. To avoid this, verify networks every year and every time you schedule a major service. Check the doctor, the facility, the lab, the pharmacy, and the medication tier. It sounds tedious, but one 10-minute check can save you thousands. Now let's explore a cost most Americans never expect but almost everyone faces. Life changes: marriage, divorce, new job, pregnancy. Moving creates some of the most expensive insurance mistakes. In 2026, many Americans unknowingly trigger special enrollment costs, where switching plans resets deductibles or changes coverage mid-year. Imagine paying $4,000 toward your deductible, then switching jobs and starting over at zero. That's a hidden cost most people never calculate. Another costly life event? Turning 26. Young adults aging off their parents' plan often end up in overpriced temporary coverage because they wait too long to explore marketplace options. Moving to a new state is another trap. Your network disappears instantly, and suddenly every doctor you've been seeing becomes out of network overnight. Divorce can be just as costly. People often stay on Cobra out of convenience, not realizing a marketplace plan could cut their costs by 70%. The key to avoiding these hidden expenses is timing. Align life changes with enrollment periods. Compare plans before finalizing a move or job switch. And always check whether switching your plan resets your deductible or alters your benefits mid-year. Now we get to the most practical and profitable part of this journey: strategies that can help you avoid paying a single dollar more than you should. This is where knowledge becomes power. First, always use the insurer's price estimator before scheduling procedures. In 2026, price transparency laws give you access to real estimates. Use them. Second, leverage telehealth for routine care. Telehealth often bypasses facility fees, saving you significant money. Third, review your drug list every January. If a medication changes tiers, ask your doctor for alternatives or generics. Fourth, confirm every provider's network status before every major appointment. Not just the doctor, the facility, the lab, the imaging center, the pharmacy. Fifth, use HSAs and FSAs strategically. These accounts aren't just tax tools, they're shields against surprise costs. Sixth, avoid automatic plan renewals. Plans change every year, and hidden costs often appear during renewal cycles. Seventh, track your deductible progress. If you're close to meeting it, schedule needed care before the year ends. Eighth, compare marketplace options annually. A shift in income or subsidy rules could unlock major savings. And finally, read the summary of benefits, not the brochure. The summary is where the real numbers live. Following these strategies means you stay ahead of the curve in 2026, while most people fall behind. And now, as we close this journey, remember this: hidden costs aren't accidents, they're patterns. And once you recognize the pattern, you take back control. Today, you learned where the traps hide, how the system shifts in 2026, and the tools smart Americans use to protect their wallets. Health insurance doesn't have to be a guessing game. It can be a strategy, your strategy. Because the greatest power you can have in a complex system is clarity. And clarity is what saves you money, protects your future, and keeps you in control. So as you navigate 2026, choose with awareness, question everything, and never let hidden costs steal what you've worked for. Your health matters. Your money matters. And now you're ready to protect both.